Hey everyone, it's Rob the Backyard Gardener here, and yeah, I owe you an apology. I have not updated you on my lemon or my orange trees grown from seed series in so long, and I'll be very honest with you. I was postponing the lemon series because in the last video, my large lemon seedling almost died. It lost most of its leaves. If you remember, it had that leaf curl and it lost most of its leaves. It took me months of letting the soil dry out, putting it in the direct sunlight in the backyard to even get it to start to come back. And then it's taken several more months for it to even look presentable. The good news is both the lemon trees survived. The large one looks a lot better now than it did before. And the small one, after losing every leaf, has finally started to come back as well. So it looks like we might be through the worst of it. They're practically, at this point, I believe, just over a year old now. They're not gonna look that great because for a year old, they should be a lot bigger. But I'll let you know, I'm learning a lot as I grow these. And this is the first time I've grown citrus from seed. So let me flip the camera around, show you the lemon trees that I've grown from seed, and talk to you about what I've learned. All right, guys, so here are the two lemon trees that I've grown from seed, the surviving two. You can see this guy, he had severe leaf curl last time. He lost most of his leaves. You'll see a lot of bare spots where a lot of the leaves fell off him. And he literally was in a state of comatose, if you will, for about 3 or 4 months, not even moving. It wasn't until March, April, where he started to break buds again and put on leaves. And he's really doing well now. And I'll tell you, this is the key to citrus that I've learned. You need to make sure that their soil is almost bone dry. And I mean, like, you need to let the soil dry out completely between waterings, then thoroughly flush the soil out, let it get saturated and let it fully drain out, and don't water it again until it's bone dry again. Also, I didn't know this, and I knew they liked full sun, but these guys, all the citrus, and I'll show you my orange series this weekend, they love the heat and they love the sun just baking on them. I mean, it's crazy. I put them in the shade and they do worse, and as soon as I put them in the sun, they do better. So the learnings on the citrus is let the soil dry out completely, then give it a thorough watering, make sure it drains completely, and let them be in the sun. You remember in my last video too, with my oranges, I had buried some of the pots in the soil thinking that the pots would get too hot and that it was a good thing to keep them with some shade. It doesn't matter, guys. They love the heat, at least from what I found out. This one has struggled as well. He's in a smaller pot, and maybe that's because his pot gets hot that his leaves get a little bit weak. So I'm thinking about not keeping him exposed to direct sunlight since the pot, I mean, this pot's already hot right now. And what happens is his leaves look good at night, and then in the middle of the day, they're a little bit sad looking. I know he loves the sun though, but I think the pot's just getting a little too hot for this guy. Either way, you could see how much foliage he has lost, and he's just starting to come back. He was the weaker of the two. If you remember the last video, I had the big one and I had the second one. He was the weaker of the two, but he is coming back pretty nicely. Anyway, not that big of a plant for a year old, as you can see. Not that big of a plant, but I'm pretty happy with the progress. Citrus is slow growing anyway, and I think from the first year having all kinds of leaf curl problems, nutrient problems, overwatering, being indoors, I think he finally is going to take off, and I think this next 12 months we should put on some really good size on this lemon tree. This one, I don't know. We'll keep working on them. So there you have it, everyone. That's my lemon trees grown from seed update. Just over a year old, about a year and a half a month, a few weeks past the year. Let me know what you guys think. Are you growing citrus from seed as well? Are you experiencing any difficulties? Is there any tips or tricks that you can recommend to me or to the viewers of the channel to help them get along with their citrus? I'd love to hear them below. Anyway, everyone, hope you enjoyed this update. Sorry that it's been a long time. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. And as always, happy gardening, and thanks for watching.